What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Destiny. Now, oh my god, as so many things happened, and I wanted to make a video about all of them, but I just thought, like, this honestly is the most viewed series. I get like 60 views on, which for me is phenomenal. So I wanted to make sure that you guys, just want to talk about the awesome information. So yeah. But essentially, there was an update that just happened, like, I think a couple days ago, and it changed and improved a lot of the things. Like, the prior update was pretty awesome, how it changed, like, the icons. So, basically, I'm not gonna go on a tangent. I was about to go on a tangent about how awesome that previous update was, but then the update that has just happened currently, it basically buffed all the weapons that needed buffing because of the Night Below that's gonna freaking come out on Tuesday, which is awesome, and just over 9,000 amazing. Anyways, it's not the button, it's not Far Cry. Anyway, sorry, the button for Far Cry is the button to open the map is the same. Never mind, it's fine. Anyways, so what things that have been changed is we can no longer upgrade our thing. All right, me and Post here. Sorry, I just woke up, so I might sound groggy. Anyways, so the new things they changed in terms of weapons and that way you upgrade them is essentially exotic weapons, and exotic specifically, armor or gun, it doesn't matter. It takes an exotic shard, which how you actually get an exotic shard is by breaking down an exotic or buying it from Zerg or Exer, whatever the hell you want to call them, for 7 strange coins, I think. So that's kind of cool and kind of not terrible, especially, well, yeah, so you still need Ascendant shards and all that kind of stuff to upgrade legendary stuff, so you still do need a lot of Ascendant shards and etc., but not as much as you normally need, I guess. Yeah, it's neat. Cool. Yes. Alright. I also got this. I picked this up, and I am so fucking happy, dude. Actually, I think I might have bought this. Actually, yeah, no, I actually bought this, I think this is the Vanguard one, right? Vanguard? Yep, I bought the Vanguard one, and then I was like, oh shit, I just found a legendary engram, let's decode it, and I decoded it, and it ended up being the zombie apocalypse, yeah, which is insane. I haven't tried them that much, haven't really played too much Destiny, but I've loved the info that's coming out, and one of the coolest things is I feel like Bungie is being Bungie, is like listening to the community crystal clear and really just knocking out of the park out of all these updates. Like, that's one of my favorite things about one of my favorite games, which is GTA 5. It's so consistent with updates that it makes it fresh, and it's always something amazing to come back to the game that you bought, and it always makes you feel like you money's worth, right? Like, it's a treat every single day, which is why I also love any sort of festive DLC thing, like where they upload like the Halloween thing, where you can put like a pumpkin head on and all that kind of stuff, and there was like special death noises, none of which I experienced because my game got bugged out, but just that in general, it brings you back to the game for that festive reason, and I love that. Anyways, so yeah, essentially the exotics are now upgraded with exotic shards, but for the most part they're probably pretty easy to level up, considering they just take the materials, which is not that hard to get. I just need to actually farm with this thing a little bit, get some XP in it. Anyways, and yeah, the Dark Below is coming out on Tuesday. I want to play the friggin' shit out of that. Even the raid, which I don't really have a raid group or anything like that, and whenever someone's just like, oh dude, I can help you get through the raid, I'm like, I don't really know you that much, and your friends could be complete douches, although they're probably not. They're probably great. I don't know them, which is something I gotta get used to, because I'm fucking meeting people. Oh god. Oh, person. Okay. 2 messages. So I think that's it, actually. Oh, buffs got... Alright, so the main appeal to the update was the buffs to the guns. There was a lot of buffs, but for the ones that affected, or the ones that needed the biggest buff were the bad juju, which I do not have. I have not got that lucky getting a second legendary bounty, or just getting that luck, getting it to drop at all. The bad juju, I do not have, but I do have the thorn. So the thorn actually is now decent. Before the reload speed was just the worst thing ever. It took so long. Now it's actually at a decent level. I could compare it to let's do this, to this. Yeah, see, it's the same as the Devil You Know, and the Devil You Know is actually just fine with reloading in general. I don't have a problem with that speed. They also increase the damage, I think, per when this damage over time effect is proccing, and then everything else has just kind of been smoothed out, like the fire rate, impact, range, all that's kind of been leveled out to a decent legendary, like the Devil You Know, etc. So I cannot wait to level this thing up. Actually, this thing is almost leveled. I said I was gonna make a weapon guide of it. I don't really know why I wanted to do, because there's no way to farm for the weapon, and that's the main appeal to a weapon guide. Besides me telling you how awesome a weapon is, it doesn't matter until you actually have it. And then in that case, you can just kind of figure it out on your own. Anyways, the main thing of the whole series is to go check out Extra's loot. So let's go do that really quick, be disappointed, and then talk about more shit on the update, and then more stuff about Destiny, just Destiny in general, things that have been happening in the community, and all that shit. On a side note, in real life for me, I just had my grad pictures taken. It was horrifying. It was really, God, I don't know why, but when there's any tension in terms of like, someone taking a picture and it being even the slightest important, my face just goes like the most retarded face you've ever seen in your life. It's like, my face gets so tense and I just, oh, it's the worst. Anyways, so Exer, what you got for us? It's shit. I don't even need to look because it's shit. Except for this. This is the only not shit thing in the inventory. What? Now I can no longer buy the mask engrams? That's kind of shitty. That's kind of shitty. I only have 10 strange coins. Well, so the Plan C so famously has been making another round through this, which, I mean, it's not terrible. It's a really good gun, actually. It's really good for multiplayer and really good for... It's a good gun. It's a good exotic. It's an exotic that's worthy of being an exotic. This one, it's not so much an exotic. It's like a class-specific type of exotic, which I don't like. Like, it's good in this area. Outside of that area, I don't like that. I don't want it to be like that. But it's most exotics are. This is a pile of shit. It looks fantastic. It's got a decent amount of discipline, but there's way better things that have a lot more discipline on them. It focuses on your trip mines. If anyone's a hunter and they use a trip mine, bless your soul, but it's pretty terrible, but you're awesome. The only thing I really want this for is just the badass look of it. It looks like the coolest shit you've ever seen in your life. Anyways, and then we got this. This is like, Jesus, Titans. Titans get a lot of love in this game because Titans have got, I feel like, really good stuff. Like, it's not freaking fantastic in this area. It's generally good overall. And this mask, it gives you another perk in your skill tree. So that's freaking fantastic. That's just, in general, is amazing. So, yeah, I definitely would suggest getting this if you haven't already, which I assume you have. I think it's been in his inventory 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. It was like one of the first exotics that actually popped up in his inventory. One of the first exotics. I think it was like week 2 that this popped into his inventory. But Zerg, I want you to burn the useless exotics that you're giving us, because I really don't fucking like them. Like these 2, fucking no. Exotic shards, I'm not gonna buy any. Yeah. Oh, I think I heard something about where when the Dark Below happens, if you want to make your weapons level 30, you will have to, you can do that, but it will reset all the progress that you've made on them, which is kind of crappy, especially if you've already used up your exotic shards, which would be kind of annoying. But what can you do? You got a deal.
It's not my own.
Your will is not your own. Actually, it is, because you're random. If you're saying Bungie has been like, they tell you what you can have, then Jesus Christ, man, they really don't like the people getting loot. Basically, that's shit. Everything in this inventory is shit for except for 2 things. The Plan C is pretty good. The masks for the Titans is also pretty good. Probably one of the best masks for the Titan, especially just because of the sheer fact that it gives you 2 skill points is just pretty fucking sweet. Doesn't matter if the skill points are shit. It's an awesome factor. If a hunter could get 2 skill points in his tree, that'd be some sweet shit. Although it could be like the worst. Actually, not really. Not wrong button. If you got the hunter and got made like a blade dancer mask, and let him have these 2. Is it that? Yeah, these 2. So he could basically just be a melee heavy hunter. That would be pretty sweet. I don't think that'd be OP because if you go ballistic melee, you're probably gonna die. Just a fact. It's a gun game. It's not a melee game. Although Crota's sword does definitely make it a melee game, or at least want to be a melee game. Anyways, the sword gameplay, it's fucking great. Anyway, so by the way, guys, this is kind of a random thing. I'm pretty sure it was an insult, but I don't want to say it because it could be not an insult, it could just be a question. I got like 3 comments last video just in the week's time of like people like being like, "Are you gay? You sound kind of gay." And it's probably an insult, like probably just something like, "Guess what, bitch? You suck." Probably that. But in the same sense, if I be rude, and I'm not rude, but I'm like, no, I'm not. That just sounds weird. It doesn't sound great. So I was like, unfortunately, I am not. And I didn't want to be a condescending asshole, but I feel like that's how it sounded. Anyways, it's less than great. Not the fact that I've been called that, but just the fact that I kind of replied in a douchey way. Fun fact, I'm not. It's just, yeah. Anyways, birds. Oh god, birds. Is there anything else to kind of talk about? So essentially, there was a massive update to Destiny. Just gave a lot of weapons that needed buffs. It changed a lot of the upgrading system. So now we no longer need Ascendant, a shit ton of Ascendant everything to upgrade our weapons. We need exotic. Actually, no, we still need Ascendant shards for upgrading just the stuff other than our exotics, because we can only hold one exotic. Oh man, look at how cool that looks. That's friggin' great. I got a milk mustache or something, but it looks all shiny. I'm using this shader, by the way. I found it. It's nice. Beautiful. Yeah. It doesn't look too far off from my usual one, see? Actually, just normal. Normal. See? It doesn't look terrible, but then you add the little, tiny little spark in there, and look at it. Nice. Especially the face. I like how it gives some sort of texture to it. Anyways, I think today, guys, I'm actually gonna play a shit ton of Destiny. I was like, I should play some Far Cry, but then I was like, fuck it, let's play some Destiny. Because I want to get my character to level 29. Because, yeah, he's been level 28 a long time. It's not like I can't do it. It's just I haven't done it. And by that, I mean, I'd rather get gear. Like, I want to... Here's my thing. I don't want to build my character up until I'm sure I got all the gear that I want to make him awesome. Like, I don't feel like there's a point in me spending a lot of time and points into an armor that's really not that great for my playstyle. I don't like that. So, yeah, I went with this just because it looks fantastic, and it also is nice that I drop more orbs, even though I never play with people at all, because I'm a lone wolf, except not really, because that's the opposite of this armor. This armor is centered around playing with people. Okay, so why do I have that equipped? Oh right, I was doing the Nightfall and I said fuck it because I just died. I think I need a fusion rifle that's purple just because the fusion rifle is pretty freaking great. Anyways, I think that's it. That's all I want to talk about. I think I'm gonna go do strikes. All the strikes, because that's the only thing I haven't done for Destiny that I wanted to do, and it's not easy to do. Well, the only reason I didn't do strikes is like on my Let's Play or playlist is because of the sheer fact that everybody did strikes just plain, and not that I'm like, oh, I want to be so different. It's not. Well, actually, yeah, because YouTube's a very like a place where a lot of the same shit happens. Essentially, I just wanted to go into a strike with the character that I made, and it's like all chiseled out. I didn't want to make a shitty me at level 28, me at level 8, running through a strike and like dying. No, I wanted to make me running through a level 28 strike, beasting through that shit. I wanted to do that, so I think I'll do that now because I like my character and I think he's pretty fucking powerful. So. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Yeah, so we're playing the shit ton of Destiny in the next couple weeks, probably even more. I just want to get back in this game because I love it so dear. Especially the fact that the Crota, the Destiny, the weapons for Dark Below look just fucking crazy awesome. Like, they look like the coolest shit you've ever seen. But the sheer thing, oh, Bungie, by the way, Bungie did say that there'd be a way to get to level 30 outside of the raid, which is nice, but I really want there to be a way, something for the Lone Wolf players other than the strikes. So that's my only complaint with the game, is that I really think there's two complaints with the game for me. I love the game to death, but there's just two things I hate more than anything. And that being the fact, one, the drop rates. I don't like how the game's built up like that. Don't get me wrong, I do love the randomness, and I do like having a surprise in doing anything. Like, say I'm just messing around having fun, and then an awesome, like a legendary engram drops. That just made my day. That's fantastic. But I also don't like the fact that I can put in so much time and get nothing out of it. And people can call me a whiny bitch, but that's freaking accurate. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna waste my time on something when there's not for sure gonna happen. Like, it's, yeah, especially when it comes to a game. Like, I want something at the end of the day, especially if I put the time in. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted, if there was a way, like a massive side quest that took forever to do, I would do it, but if I would for sure get a decent legendary at the end of it, I would play the shit out of that, because you know, I wouldn't have the hopelessness and the shitty stigma in my head that if I work my hardest and I still get nothing out of it, it's bullshit. So that's my first problem. The second problem is kind of the same thing. I don't like how I don't like how a person that likes playing by themselves and likes playing like a lone wolf player kind of gets shit on. Like, honestly, the only like the best way to get legendaries, exotics, and etc., and really only way to reach level 30 or to get good exotics or legendaries at a sufficient rate is the raid, and it's forcing you to, you know, I'm sorry, I don't have a fucking orchestrated group of friends that has got all the time in the world to do the raid. Not to say that it takes that long, but yeah, I don't have that. I don't have enough real ass motherfucking gamers to be like, hey, want to do the raid? So yeah, there's that factor. So I don't know why they're just, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to see the lone wolf players get kind of left behind, so to speak. And honestly, with the raid, not a lot of people have the time to run on, jump on, and do the raid. Like, you know, the casual gamer doesn't have a fucking shit ton of fucking friends and be like, guess what, guys? Monday at 10 p.m. fucking do the raid. And they're like, okay, hey, guy. It's just, yeah, leave me alone. I'm a hermit. No, but seriously, that's just fact. Not a lot of people that, like, just play casually do not have an orchestrated group of friends to be like, guess what? Want to do the raid? And then they said that they weren't going to put in matchmaking, so... give me a way to make loot and not the shittiest variant of doing it. Like, to me, if one dude, if a singular person takes on massive, almost impossible, what do you call it? Impossible trials, that dude should be rewarded way more because he's a skilled player. But if you play with teams, don't go wrong, there's nothing playing with people. Playing with people is fine. But if you play with people, you can kind of look after each other. You guys can kind of hold each other up. But if a person's able to do everything that a group of 3 can, that person is very good at what they do, and they should be rewarded as such, because they did something that not a lot of people, or sorry, the group of the people did on their own. I don't know, that's what I feel. Yeah, that's my only 2 problems, is the fact that I feel like the lone wolf's getting left behind, and the fact that I can't get legendaries that easy, because again, the lone wolf's getting left behind, because the only way to get real good exotics and to get really good armor and all the stats ever and cool, neat shit is all having to do with the raid. And yeah. Not to say that the raid's not fun. I just don't think, I don't feel like it should be forced on you, because literally, it's do the raid or get no great loot. Or people could be like, do the Nightfall. And I'm like, yeah, that's good one time. I can do the Nightfall one time and still get shit on. And the things in the Nightfall are pretty damn difficult to do alone. You're still made to do it, like, with people. It's still made for a group of 3 to go in and do. But anyways, guys, I got so many messages. I got popping on my phone, too. The freaking PlayStation app, dude, it sucks. It's the worst thing ever. I tried sending a message. It's like, you didn't send it. I'm like, I sent it. Anyways, it's getting rambly, and it's just bad. I don't think it's bad. I don't mind the video. But yeah, those are my 2 problems, Destiny. I love it still. Don't be like, you don't like the game. Blah, I hate you. I don't know. I still like the game. I just think those are the problems that needs to be fixed. I would love a battle arena. Something where I could just go in, kill shit, and if I make it to round 30 or 20 or 25, I would get like not a for sure, like a very high chance of getting an exotic, like the same as a Nightfall. And in the time of me doing that, me killing shit would also proc the chance of it dropping a legendary or an engram or whatever the hell, and you could, like, you know, come back from that battle and go into the tower as a victorious hero and go decode your goodies, and it'd be so fun. But they're not doing that, because yeah, I don't know why. Anyways, oh, another thing, before we end it, this is you guys know that this is like my place, or actually my place. This is our spot right here, right here. This is our spot. This is every time I step into Destiny, I was introed here in my Let's Play. I was like, what's up? 1 second. Just fucking stop. Okay, I can't stop it. Anyways, so there we go. So in my Let's Play, I was introed like, what's going on, guys, from this exact spot. Guess where the Dark Below vendor / person that lost in the raid long ago, or lost against Crota. Anyways, the new faction vendor from the Dark Below is going to be sitting right here, which is kind of bullshit. I feel like people are going to come up and talk to us up there, which is horrifying. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. I feel like I'm spitting a lot. It's not good. It's very bad. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching as always. This has been Destiny. This has been Rambly. This has been just every fucking thing wrong. Except awesome, because the update was fantastic. Like, legitimately listening to your community, and that's fantastic. So, bravo, Bungie. Just those 2 things I feel like are an issue with me, but who cares? I'm just me. Bye, guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching as always, and bye.